Hi, I am Felipa, and this is day 6 of 365 of the reading plan for the whole year of getting through this Bible. So it is the annual year-long plan. Today is September 6th, 2025, and we have chapter 15, starting with God encourages Abram that Abram will receive a great reward and to not worry. Abram complains for lack of an heir. And this is what I find really interesting because in chapter 15 and 16, it says that the Lord tells Abram to basically chat with his wife Sarai, and that basically for them to bless her handmaid Hagar to carry Abram's child, and that child is born, and that child is Ishmael. So right here, Ishmael. So that's very interesting. I would say so far this is the most confusing piece I've ever read, just because once again the Lord is telling Abram that he will have a child. It says, and Sarai said unto Abram, Behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai. So that's very interesting, that whole piece. I'm not sure where this leads into, but it's interesting that this seems to be okay, that it's happening. So I'm not sure where this will take us, but I'm looking forward to kind of understanding it a little bit better. And then God renews the covenant with Abram. He now calls him Abraham, and he says he will bless thee and all his generations. And interestingly enough, in this part here, it's chapter 17, he's basically saying that he says, This is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man-child among you shall be circumcised. So that's also another piece that I find interesting because there isn't really an explanation as to why this is happening. But it's clearly very significant because this chapter ends with Abraham and his son Ishmael and everybody in the house being circumcised. Sarai's name is also changed, and she is now called Sarah, and she is blessed, and the Lord says he will give her a son. And so these are kind of like the main occurrences that are happening thus far. And then the next piece tomorrow is chapter 18. The Lord appears to Abraham, and I'm not quite sure where this will go, but I would say so far between the handmaid carrying Abram's child and the circumcision piece, I find this section a little bit perplexing because I'm trying to understand the direction this is going and what exactly it's trying to establish. So these are my thoughts on today. Tomorrow, as I said, is day 7, and I will be back for more thoughts.